नमस्कार, शुभ प्रभातम, आदरणीय कराट जी, हमारे मुख्य अतिथि, आपके काफ़ी साथी यहाँ जो इतने अच्छे वक्ता हैं, मैं जो सोच के आया था वो काफ़ी सब अब भूल गया हूँ। मुझे तो ये लगता है और मैं हमेशा ये मान रहा हूँ कि जो समस्या खड़ी करता है तो उसका सॉल्यूशन भी इधर गिधर में ही है। तो मैं जब पीछे मेरे जो स्टेज पे जो दृश्य है जो आप देख रहे हैं, मुझे लगता है भारत का सारा सॉल्यूशन इस स्टेज पे ही अवेलेबल है। यहाँ एकता का भी नजरिया है, यहाँ ऐसे प्रभावशाली आपके साथी युवागणों जिन्होंने जो बात कही, जो मुझे खुद को, मेरे दिल को ऐसी छू गई, ऐसी भा गई कि मैं उनको सबको और हमारे आज के अवार्ड विनर एमएलए श्री शेखर जी, इनको सबका अभिनंदन करता हूं। कभी मुझे ये लगता है कि जिस हिसाब से हमारी राजनीति आज जिस दौर से जा रही है और जहां पीढ़ी से पीढ़ी राजनीति चलाने की एक कोशिश हो रही है और जहां ये इच्छा है, प्रबल इच्छा है कि एक वंश दूसरे वंश को और दूसरा वंश अपने तीसरे चौथी पीढ़ी तक वो अपना पॉलिटिकल कैरियर बनाए रखें, लेकिन कुछ कठिनाइयां वहां उस परिवारों में अक्रॉस द पार्टी दिखाई दे रही है। मुझे डर ये है शायद वो काफी लोग यहां आएंगे एंड दे मे ट्राई एंड अडॉप्ट फ्यू चिल्ड्रन फ्रॉम हियर। फ्रेंड्स, we are on a crossroad and India is definitely aspiring to be something very different. It's a journey. I am not a pessimistic. I am not believing that everything is over. I think it's a journey that we have begun. If you see the history of civilizations, be it a Western world, Middle East, or a Far East, everybody has gone through a journey. And the way to go forward would be is to identify our own issues and find the solutions. Only my little concern is that we have been always trying to look at somebody else for solutions. We have always tried to adopt an international solutions to us. Now that is something is to my mind is a great mismatch. We have our own history. That history has been our asset. That history also threw some problems. But I still believe that we are capable enough, we have produced enough leaders, we have enough glorious history, and if we are little alert and little careful and don't be blind and don't be complacent, I think we will find solutions within. It's very important to find a solution. First of all, be honest and identify problems and then acknowledge it. Tomorrow, 12th January, is the birthday of Swami Vivekananda. That will be his 151st birth anniversary. And I cannot resist but to quote him what he said that may perhaps be inappropriate here. Comfort is no taste of truth. On the contrary, truth is often far from being comfortable. So we should, and I think what I see day in, day out, I think students here, your friends, have made more sense to me than what hours together of debate and shouts that we see it on television. It is very important, therefore, to be very honest, identify the problems. When incidents takes place, it is very common, it is very natural to have this halla gulla and, tutu mena and, putting everybody down, and there is a big headline and there is a sensationalizations. But once that settles down, what is that we have failed to do? Incident after incident, be it corruption, be it moral issues, unfortunately this series of rapes, the corruption issues, the misgovernance, what we have failed to do is we have not come to an institution which will do a case study of each of these incidents. That is something that perhaps Western world mastered it, and what they did was, they did a failure analysis. That failure analysis is as good as success analysis. Sometimes we have a successful, maybe by coincidence, maybe by some invisible factors, but then what you see is a queue of people who wants to take a credit of everything. But that is fine. But I think what we need to do it is do a failure and success analysis. And that makes perhaps United States of America what it is. Here, we all know this famous quote of what John Kennedy said to his countrymen. He says, please let me know what you can do for the country rather than what country can do. I heard this when I was the age of 6th or 7th. And I want to be very honest and confess what I interpreted that time, what I understood the meaning of it. I thought he is some poor man of poor country, perhaps that country has nothing to offer, so he has nothing to offer, so he's asking his countrymen to contribute something. Believe me, during the journey of the life, I then corrected myself, but I have come back today to the same belief that when I heard first that quote. I believe Mother India is totally different. Mother India has given everybody and everything to all the people, be it friends, foes, foreigners, visitors, temporary visitors, those who did business with us, those who respected us, those who did disrespect to us, the invaders, the warriors. I think India tried to accommodate everybody. And what we did to India, we tried to do something together. I start with 47. 1947, we tried to, we aspired to have an independence. We ended up with a division of the country. We tried to do liberalizations under compulsions, 91 onward. Barely we saw some fruits and we started enjoying some progress till 2003. Suddenly we entered into a very dangerous zone of a series of a scam. Look at the example of the telecom revolution today. We have around 800 million connections. But suddenly, Supreme Court had to intervene and cancel some of the licenses of the operators. That gave a very negative, bad messages all over the world, including the domestic businessman. If we do not have a predictable and sustainable system, mechanism, and I am going towards a building and institutions, there is no substitute, my friend, whatever debate we may do it, but to create a sustainable institution, a trust in the institutions. We need leaders who have a trust in the institutions. The message is loud and clear, the trend is loud and clear, that now gone are the days where the political parties can take their mandate for granted. I personally feel, I'm not Joshi, but what I can predict, what I can see it, you will see a chain of a cycle, party A, B, C, A, B, C, C, B, B, A, whatever, they will keep on come in order and they will come and rule. So why not the political parties, they come to the terms that power is not permanent. To stay in a power, to do everything and every means and every tricks, what they are doing, unfortunately, is permanently damaging the institutions. Some institutions something which we inherited from British, something which we could have done, but barely we can think that something, we build some institutions and which is something we sustain. I'll give you a classic example related to cricket. I think we were very proud when the IPL was introduced. I think that is some step after very long, that's something that India created, something very unique, which was an entertainment model, the business model. And what we did, within 12 months or 18 months, we lost that brand. The whole thing came under the questions. Now why? Something is wrong. What we need is, again, a win-win situation, a trust, a feeling that what I do is also others are the stakeholders. When the mood and the belief of proprietorship comes in, and that's where the problem starts. And that's why I believe that institutions is the answer. Let's not make it old generations versus new, new versus old, gender A versus B. If nation has to be built, I think every stakeholders will have to come together. So coming back to, if I have to start imagining what is that the Mother India would like all of us to do, I personally believe Mother India would whisper quietly to your ears with a folded hand, please don't do anything. You know, leave me alone. All you do it is serve yourselves with basic efficiency, basic common sense, and little integrity. Whatever you are doing, be it doctor, lawyers, soldiers, politicians, whatever you do in your own area, if you do justice to your own profession, I think that itself will contribute to Mother India. And with this, I must compliment all of you, the organizers, and will be very happy to go back to the desk and hand over the mic to the next speaker. Thank you very much.